There was plenty of heat today at the climate change conference in Copenhagen. Inside the summit, a draft agreement was being pulled apart. Outside, thousands of protesters marched through the streets, demanding tough measures on global warming. And as Michael Dick explains, it was a rallying cry heard round the world.
Go on the streets and act.
The voices were loud, the message clear. Change must happen now.
I think we are being heard. The question is whether our leaders will have the courage and moral conviction to actually not only hear us, but to act on those words that we are saying.
In Copenhagen, hundreds were detained and arrests made as the streets there filled with protesters. It was a scene repeated around the globe today. Australia, India, and South Africa. More demonstrations and more pleas.
Rich countries must stop playing with people's lives. We have lived there for too long. We've been dying for them, so the emissions needs to be cut, and climate justice, that's what we demand from them.
As the conference moves into its second week, there's a draft agreement on the table on how to solve some of the world's biggest environmental issues, like emission level targets. But there's a divide between rich and poor countries.
Speaking for ourselves, we want to be persuaders for the most ambitious agreement that we can get. I think there is a distance to travel before we get there.
Here in Canada, from coast to coast to coast, thousands joined the Global Day of Protest. In Toronto, demonstrators pointed out Canada's tarnished reputation.
They haven't taken the leadership and the responsibility that Canadians have always traditionally done.
Montreal, Halifax, Vancouver calls for Canada to take leadership. While the world focuses on Copenhagen, protesters thousands of kilometers away hope their message and voices will be heard at the negotiating table. Michael Dick, CBC News, Toronto.